I hope so. No, just
Here we go. Let's get after it.
I'm trying to be a parent, but I gotta run an errand. I promise when I'm back, I'ma feed my kid a carrot. Damn, this stuff is tough, man. I thought it was inherent.
We about to be some parents.
I'm trying to be a parent. Sometimes you gotta drink, cause that shit can be kinda stressful. Sometimes you hit the blunt, cause that green will help you rest, yo. You know your ass be slacking when you gotta look up things on YouTube. Like, bro, how you wipe your baby boo-boo? Now welcome to the podcast. Trying to parent and make moms laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean is the name G. Yeah. Now welcome to the podcast. Trying to parent and make pops laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean is the name G.
Yeah. Welcome back. Trying to Parent Podcast, episode 48. Not sure what that was not the right one I wanted to hit. Little DJ horn for him.
48.
Alrighty.
Moving right along.
48. We've done 48 of these episodes. And today is going to be a half episode, essentially, because, you know, we've been busy.
So busy.
Been doing a lot of different stuff and ready to relax for a few hours, even though we were at the beach today and it was relaxing, but still, it was hot. You know, we were in the sun.
Yeah. I don't even feel like I got burnt, which I'm very surprised.
I don't know if you guys can tell I have a sweet little
oh, actually, you know what? I have a line. I have a red line on my arm.
watch line where my watch was.
Oh my gosh, I did get fried.
Yeah, look at that. You got some color there for sure.
Why is it in a straight line?
I wonder if little man was like inside your stomach and was like, it's hot.
Oh my
I can feel it being in the direct sun.
That's so weird.
Oh, I bet he was getting hot in there. Ugh, how uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay.
Put the fucking fan on. Go in the water. Anyways, this is a podcast about parenting. And other things. I don't know what it's turned into.
Our life in Mexico.
I think once we have the kid, it'll be a little bit more about parenting. Our kid. But yeah, I mean, we just kind of talk about shit, and it's a good time for us to hang out with each other.
Yep.
Anyways, episode 48, the social media, all that stuff. I ain't got time for that today. Let's hop right into it. Halloween is right around the corner, folks.
Today is October 29th.
Sunday. It's the last Sunday of the month.
Austin's birthday is tomorrow.
Whose?
Austin.
Oh, nice. Have you ever wanted to kill a dog before? Normally, animals are my favorite, but doesn't matter where you're at. Seems like there's one dog that's just a special asshole. And this dog that lives behind us, you'll probably hear him if you listen closely on the podcast. He just yips, 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 yips.
Yes, it is better than our old apartment. However, we still do have one.
I'll take one over 5, 6 seagull-sounding dogs, but still.
God, those things smelled like ass, too.
It's annoying.
You walk by them in the stairways. There's so many things better that I like about this house, but this dog is definitely just like, damn it, I thought we escaped into perfection. And
hopefully, like a big bird will come and get him or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Diamondbacks are in the World Series.
Which, wow.
I mean.
And they blew the Rock. What is it? Not Houston, Texans.
No, the Texans. Houston Texans are a football team.
I only know football. Whatever the Texas team that's also in there. They blew them out of the water last night.
Yeah.
They were sad and furious that they lost the first game, so they came back with a vengeance for the second one.
Yeah, so it's 1-1 in the World Series. Not a huge baseball fan, but
Arizona.
Go Diamondbacks.
So there we go.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
The NBA season has also started. And who did the Suns play the first game?
Was it the Lakers?
The Lakers. Thank you for clearing that up for me. We got the win. Let's go.
Blah.
Let's go. Amanda's AC.
Oh,
we feel it might be broken.
It's not blowing cold air. It's broken. And I'm already a sweaty motherfucker.
SOB? Well, language, please.
Yeah, sorry. I'm a sweaty SOB the more pregnant I get. And It's hot. It's like a sauna in my office.
Like a sauna.
Yeah. And especially I sit right next to the window, so if I have the luckily, it's cooling down a little bit.
Yes.
But, you know, like 2-3 degrees during the day. But, like...
Makes a big deal when your window's open and stuff. And, yeah, it can definitely heat things up for sure.
Yeah. And I'm saying, like, not the window open, like, the screen. It's, like, when the shade is up 6 inches. Like...
Yeah, we don't have our windows open. No. Some of these people around here always have their windows open.
I don't know how they do it. It's fucking... Man. It's so hot. It's so hot and humid. I don't know how they do it. You guys gotta have, like,
Eskimo blood or something, because... Yikes.
Sweating. Yeah, anyways. But it's broken. She could either come today or she can come on Wednesday. And so she's going to come on Wednesday because we hung out with some friends today.
Yep. Speaking of friends, we're going to be looking after our friend's dog for like the next 2 weeks starting Thursday.
Yep. They watched after Nina when we were doing all of our traveling the last couple months. So it's time to return the favor.
I wonder what that dog barks at. It's just a consistent... Like, let's take a listen. And then wait.
It's just 1, 2.
Do they have that shit on like a real... Like, are you just
tape?
playing some sounds over there? Just like, I'm going to be an asshole and I'm just going to pretend like I have a dog that constantly barks.
Just a 1, 2 pause. 1, 2 pause. I don't get it.
Talk to those people. So yeah, we'll be taking care of their sweet dog Ellie for a couple weeks. She's a big bulldog.
Yeah, bulldog.
She's very funny.
Hilarious.
She's like a giant. If you put like legs on a Tic Tac, that's what she looks like. But she's like she's a thick bulldog.
Good dog though.
Yeah, she is a good dog.
Yeah, she's cute.
And her and Nina get along well.
Yeah,
so
luckily.
It'll be interesting to see her in
Nina's territory.
Yeah. We took Nina to the park the other day, and this pug kind of came after us while we were walking.
Oh my God,
it was so funny. It was super fat. It had a bunch of like rolls on it, and all three of us, me, Amanda, and Nina, just kind of look at it like, "What the fuck?" It's just like, and we're like,
it like kind of came across the street. It was like, hey, this is my street.
Like, yeah,
and then it kind
came
of
at us.
Yeah.
And then we like started to walk away, and it's like, yeah, that's fucking right. Bark. And we're like, wait, what? It's like, what?
And then the lady finally noticed because she was putting up like Halloween decorations, and she's like, oh my God, perdóname. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, if your dog tried to attack us, that would have been a problem.
I would have booted that thing. I mean, it's not a big deal. Or I could just like slowly move out of the way as it tries to attack me because it was a fat little pug.
Yeah.
But
she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It was nice. Took me to the park, which is steps away from our house, much like the pool and the gym are.
Yep.
And it was very cool outside, so we spent a good amount of time at the park.
Tried to get Nina to do all the little tricks, but she wasn't having it.
Yeah, they have a lot of like activity things at the park. Yeah. Nina, you would never be good on that TV show. You're not a show dog. You're very cute to look at, very beautiful, but no tricks.
No.
She's like, I can shake, I can lay down, and I can beg.
Yeah. Very good at that. Jeez.
So yeah, we went to the beach today, which was lovely, and the highest tide we've ever seen.
It was ridiculous. There was no beach.
Like there's normally like a ton of room for people to be out there lounging around and stuff on the sand portion.
It was like 30 yards shorter.
Yeah.
Like there's normally a lot of space.
Now granted, we're getting into the winter months, so
the Earth is rotated and all that fun
stuff.
Yeah,
a bunch of other things. Apparently, there's supposed to be a full moon that's happening
tonight. Yeah,
tonight. So that usually means like high tide or something. I'm pretty sure. I think I learned that in school. But no more sarcasm at all.
Nope,
so
it was gorgeous.
It was a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Doing a new thing, you know he's doing it.
Who's doing it?
God is doing a new thing, you know he's doing it.
Who's doing it?
Johnny's always doing a new
Wow, he
thing.
really goes.
Yeah, I can just picture him doing all the circles in the video.
Doing his little step thing. So, whatever you did today, Gad, thanks.
The beach was beautiful.
Very nice looking.
Yeah.
And hanging out with friends doesn't suck.
Especially because they're leaving us for Thailand.
Yeah, they're moving. They're the ones that are moving to Thailand. So, it's all right.
Sad.
That'll be us soon.
Yep.
At some point in time, we'll be leaving friends to move to Asia, wherever we're at that point. Won't be from here, tell you that. But
I don't know where we're going to go next.
I'm going to take that dog to Asia with us so they can eat him. God. Yeah, we need to figure out where we're going to go next.
Who knows?
Who knows? But what I do know is it's time for some baby talk.
Baby.
And we, folks, are in. You know what? No, first, we'll talk about the birthing stuff that you've been listening to. Been listening to some birthing stories.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I've been cycling a whole bunch of podcasts like Evidence-Based Birth, The Birth Hour. There's just so many that I can't think of. There's like 6 of them that I'm listening to, anyways. But
we're having a baby pretty soon.
yeah,
So.
but I've been listening. I listen to them every morning at the gym. So that's 4 or 5 hours a week or whatever. But I've been doing that for so long. I'm getting like out of the podcast video.
So what else do I listen to?
Yeah. So I've heard it's,
Audible.
when our friends were in town and Michael and Mariah, their friends came down with them. She had a 3-month-old, and she had recommended Ina May's book, Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, which is a book. And she's like, they have it on audio if you want to listen that way. And then I was listening to a couple of the most recent episodes of my podcast that have been coming out, and obviously the ones that are still creating new content. And there was a lady on there, and she talked about that book, like Dr. Nicole Rankins. That's one of the ones I listened to. And she's like, okay, well, do you have any resources for new moms? And this girl really suggested that book. And it reminded me that our friend's friend recommended the book. And then I had mentioned something to your sister about it, and she's like, I love it. So I was like, okay, so I'll listen to it. And so I've been listening to that the last 2 gym times. And then we were driving down to the beach this morning, and I'm like, I've been listening to a lot more birthing stories. I was more so listening to the factual things about pregnancies, the do's and don'ts, the whys, and why nots, and, those types of factual things. And then I was like, I should probably start listening to some birth stories, because what I have in my head, I don't know.
Mean, hey, maybe the birth is not going to be as bad as everybody says, because the pregnancy has been super easy.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, pregnancy can really suck, which I'm sure it can.
Yeah, it definitely
for different people, but
our next one may suck. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, I was like, I need to start listening to some birth stories now that we're getting into the birth class preparation and all these things. So the first part of this book, Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, is just a whole bunch of birth stories back to back. And so I was like, Sean needs to listen to some of these, because I know what is coming and the reactions that I'm probably going to have. But a lot of people say that the husbands struggle, or the fathers or partners struggle.
Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah, because a lot of people have babies.
Watching their loved ones go through this roller coaster of pain and just like people's typical reactions and the different processes of labor. And so I thought it was a really good idea for Sean to at least listen for this 10-minute ride to the car or to the beach, a couple different birth stories. And just the woman's side of it.
Very interesting. Very crazy. Well, of course, what you would think, a crazy range of emotions and different things that are happening from like when dilation starts, I guess like at the hospital, because dilation can start fairly early.
It's once you start to get into the active labor, which is typically 6 to 7 centimeters.
And just some.
The girls like in the that wrote the story about themselves were just like, I said, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. I was making crazy sounds that were coming out of
She
my
was like,
body. Yeah. I was making deep primal sounds, and then I was making high-pitched screams that sound like nails on a chalkboard, and then I had to go back down to the low bass like sounds. And she's like, and then the transition point came, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. and then I pushed the baby out, and I felt way better. Like, basically.
Yep. That has to be such a relief when you're like,
Oh,
it's
God.
out. And then they were like, well, you still got to push the placenta out.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't think I can push anymore. And the lady goes, don't worry, it doesn't have any bones. Like, oh, yeah, okay, you're right.
I guess I've heard.
You sure you can't just stand me up and have it fall out? I mean, the giant baby just came out.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it just kind of,
Yeah.
So, yeah, very, very interesting stuff.
Well, I'm sure there'll be lots of more of those to come. But
Speaking of that, we do have our doula thing that we're trying to schedule, the class
the preparation course.
preparation course. So we're just trying to figure out like what amount of courses and time will work for us.
Yeah, because it's either 5 classes of 2.5 hours each, or 2 classes of 3 hours each. And the 5 class is on Mondays from 6 to 8:30, and I just don't know if that's going to work in our schedule in the shorter amount of working time I have left. I don't know if I want to eat into that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll figure it out. It's whatever's
it's the
best.
most informational one, so I don't know. Need to figure it out soon, though.
We can
Starts
make
in
it work.
2 weeks.
Should have like $5,000 coming from that annuity that we helped that lady
Yeah,
with. So
that would be nice.
that's nice. Anyways, it's time for the book.
Oh, tell us about where we're at.
Week 30.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your Little Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Cabbage. We got some cabbage tonight with some tangos, Nina. Your baby is about 16 inches long.
Wow.
I'm going to start having to break out a tape measure and just be like,
I pulled out the tape measure last week and I folded it in half and I was like, I still don't know how it
this is
fits.
crazy. 16 inches long and close to 3 pounds.
He said he already was 3 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. He's already over 3 pounds.
1,149 grams or whatever he said.
Yeah. So
But those aren't always accurate.
we'll talk about the little appointment here in a second because he
yeah.
gave us some details about our baby, like his size and all of the things that are happening. But his brain is rapidly forming, including all of those grooves and creases that will provide much needed room to expand as a baby makes the jump from helpless newborn to responsive infant to verbal toddler to out of control preschooler. I've got one of those. That's what he says. And beyond.
Great.
I thought your brain already had the grooves and stuff on, so that's very interesting. I didn't know that it came grooveless, like a smooth nut inside your head. Your baby's brain is taking on different tasks now as well. For the past several weeks, your baby has been covered in a fine silk-like hairs. How do you say that again? Lanugo.
I don't know.
Yep.
Lanugo? I don't know.
Sure. That helped keep him warm. But now the baby's brain is about to be able to do that. Ooh. So those little hairs are slowly disappearing. And at birth, it will most likely be gone. Or you'll have a very hairy baby. Mom's ligaments are relaxing in preparation for the baby's birth. Are you getting more flexible?
No.
And the size of the baby and the uterus are causing all kinds of discomfort. Are you feeling discomfort?
I'm getting more discomfort.
More discomfort's coming, folks.
Yes.
Her feet are widening too. That bitch's feet are already flat as possible.
They
I don't
can't
know if
go
they could get
anymore.
any wider. All of the foot is touching the ground. But take it from me. Don't be too quick to call her Sasquatch foot.
Sasquatch foot.
Unless you want to get kicked into next week. No, but she does sometimes have hobbit feet because she walks around without shoes on and the bottom of her feet get very dirty looking.
Yes, they do. I'm not even going to lie. I walk barefoot everywhere.
Instead, rub those beasts while you're still sitting together on the sofa after watching newly released rom-com. I'll rub them.
You don't watch rom-com.
Yeah, no rom-coms here. And I'll rub them as long as the bottom of them is not black.
I need a pedicure. I haven't had one since before we
She needs a
left.
pedicure. We were walking into Walmart today to get some stuff, and the people inside the nail salon were just looking at her. Like,
Like, I could tell your feet are
lady,
nasty
you need
from
pedicure.
here.
I see your feet from here. I smell them. I see the black on the bottom. That's
They're not
Asian.
that-
That's not how
yeah,
they talk
that's
here.
not.
But, yeah. Baby stats. Baby's brain is getting wrinkled. Again, I didn't know your brain was never not wrinkled. Baby's hands are now fully developed. That's what you said. Fully developed little hands. Baby is grasping things. What's in there to grab? Don't know.
The cord,
The cord,
their foot.
his future, his dreams. Baby fat cells are regulating body temperature, so those little hairs are disappearing. And baby's bone marrow is now making red blood cells. You didn't have red blood cells before? Isn't that kind of like the foundation of how
The
things work?
placenta is creating his life right now. I don't know.
Some of your stats, we already talked about the ligaments. The urge to pee is constant. I still don't feel like you pee that much. I mean, maybe I'm...
I think it's getting a little bit worse, but I'm still sleeping through the night. So
Her breasts have increased in size, and the discomfort continues. We know
I
there's
don't
definitely nipples are still fairly sensitive.
yeah, they've always been sensitive though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know if they've gotten any bigger than they were once they got bigger.
yeah, they're not like crazy big or anything. They're just a little bit bigger than they used to be, but
Yeah.
not anything like, oh shit, my tits are huge.
We'll have to break out the measuring tape. Mom's lack of sleep causes exhaustion. Essential oils like lavender, fucking hate lavender, might be great in an oil diffuser. We could get something else, but just don't like the smell of lavender.
I know, I like lavender too.
All right, well, you can rub some under your nose. But you'll
used to
need to consult with a holistic expert to make sure you're using something that isn't harmful for the developing baby. Doctors will recommend that mom limit the amount of tea that she is consuming, so that might be an option.
Tea, that's interesting because red raspberry leaf tea is really good for the third trimester. It makes your uterus stronger. So that
What does this guy know? He's not a woman. Not to miss appointments. Your second, third trimester appointment may be happening. Mom might be screened for staph. Oh my God, what do you have staph for? Which could be passed to the baby through breastfeeding. And kick count tests may be done to determine the baby's health. Another potential ultrasound could be scheduled.
Yeah, kick counts. He's active. I'm not worried.
Yeah, he's definitely active.
He's active.
I didn't know about the staph thing. God.
Yeah, so staph and strep are going to be upcoming tests. But okay, we can
So
talk
like
about
in your body? Like they're checking in your body if you have?
probably a blood test or a swab or something. I don't know.
All right. Let's see here. They're telling me to do some things, of course. Help mom feel good on her feet. If you manage to avoid making playful jokes about your partner's feet and you're still alive, ask her if she's happy with the shoes she has. Well, luckily you just got some new shoes.
I did.
They could be a major factor in keeping her toes and arches less sore. What arches?
I have none.
if not, take her out for a second round of shoe shopping. Okay, I already did that right before we went to Japan. Home CEO, home safety, baby proofing. Oh shit, this is definitely something my mom and my sister are gonna have to help us with when they come out here. You're like, hey, what looks dangerous here?
Yeah, everything. Literally all the cords on the floor.
Luckily,
everywhere.
we won't have to change that for a little while because the baby's not doing anything unless we're doing that thing. So
We'll just keep the doors shut. And
Yeah.
all off. Their doors are shut anyways with this climate. So
if you haven't done any research on what it takes to baby-proof your house, take some of your downtime and start making a list. Tour your apartment or house and see what you can initially spot with common sense, like open electricity outlets, household cleaners below the sink, and hide your weapons. A la Dwight Schrute on The Office.
Our cabinets are not, like, you can't open them easily.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he would open. There's no handles on them.
Let the baby live a little bit. Conversation starters. What's this? Begin talking about the 4th trimester plan. Sleep is extremely important for both parents once the baby is on board, or not on board once the baby's born, and it's never too early to begin talking about how the two of you will manage the process. Who will get up in the middle of the night to feed the baby? If mom is breastfeeding and pumping, will dad do this? If dad works full time, will he handle weekend nights while mom covers weekdays? Without at least 4 to 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep, both of you will be useless. If neither parent can sacrifice losing sleep or uphold tag team duties, perhaps you should look into hiring a night nurse or a doula to help with the first few weeks. Thank God my mom's going to be here. I know we're still going to have to do basically all of that stuff, but...
Yep, but luckily we have a bed in Sean's office that is free. It's a single twin bed or whatever.
Very comfy.
Except it was just hurting my back when I was laying on it. But yeah, so this will be like, we could split up the time. Someone will get the first
6 o'clock.
4 hours, and then I'll wake up and pump and then do the second shift or something. I don't know.
Yep.
But we do have the bed options for someone to get uninterrupted sleep.
Yeah. So we'll definitely start talking about that and figuring that out. Speaking of what we were just speaking of, we did just do our 29-week checkup. And unfortunately, still can't see little man very well.
No, our doctor tries to do a 3D ultrasound basically every time. And the placenta was right in front of his face for the longest time, but now the placenta has moved on top. It moved from anterior to fundal. And he was like, his foot
was right in front of his face.
The umbilical cord.
I mean, gosh.
He was
and then
like,
he doesn't want to move while we're there.
Yeah, he had me like roll over on my side, and he was like jiggling my tummy, and he still was just like,
Yeah.
So, not sure. But it looks like he has a fairly wide nose and maybe some full lips. So,
Wonder where that came from.
got the black genes.
Whose baby is that? All we know is the nose is not noise. The nose is not pointy.
No,
that's for
at
sure.
least not
It does not look like a
right
white
now.
person's nose.
No, so that's good with me. But yeah, the appointment were really good. He said he's head down already.
Yep.
So that's good.
That's good.
He's like,
in the correct position.
yeah, he's like, it's going to be so tight in there. The likelihood of him moving
Switching
around
back around, yeah.
not likely.
Let's see what else here.
He told the doctor, he goes, you and the baby are going to start putting on a lot of weight here. So make sure you watch what you eat. Lay
Yeah.
off. He said, like, don't go overboard on the sweets. And I was like,
All right.
oh,
But I don't have diabetes.
I don't have my blood sugar's low.
Like, you could get it right now.
Yeah, but you know what? After all of these trips that we've had and the unlimited desserts I've had the opportunity for, I could probably use some real
Use
fast.
some grains. Get your sweets from your fruits and stuff. Well,
I mean,
right.
Halloween's coming up, so I'm gonna have some candy and keep some. But I'm not eating slices of chocolate cake anymore. I think I'll be okay with like.
Baby,
that's how Amanda feels when she's eating sweets.
Dude.
Oh,
love 'em.
baby. Oh, that's good. Oh.
Yeah. So I just need to get like little Kit Kats or Reese's or something and
Yep.
satisfy my.
We
Now
will have
sweet.
some little niños and niñas coming around for Halloween trick-or-treating here in a couple days. They sent
Our
out a little
neighborhood's
thing.
decked out.
Yeah, people like. I'm interested to see what it looks like for Christmas and stuff. Like, I don't know if they do Christmas.
Yeah,
up
they
here.
started putting all this shit out at the
That's
Walmart.
right. They do. So I like it. And this
Yeah.
is really our last Halloween where we'll not be fully participating
Mm-hmm.
because when you have a kid,
Balls
you
in
gotta
the
do
wall.
that shit. Like it's the rules, fam.
I've always really enjoyed passing out candy though to and seeing all the kids and stuff.
The only thing I don't like is them knocking on the door and having Nina in here, so we'd have to like put her upstairs or something. We got Amanda ordered some baby laundry detergent because we have our baby clothes. My sister's bringing all the stuff, and you need special laundry detergent because they're a little sensitive skin. So that makes sense. And then you also put together the little shelf that we ordered.
Yeah, we got a dresser. We got a little, kind of a little take apart if we really, really wanted to, but it's got the linen drawers, but it's fairly sturdy, metal frame.
I'm sure it'll get shit and piss all over it.
Yeah, well. So now that we have that, I can start washing the clothes and putting them away.
Folding them up. And
yes.
it's a good little bit of space.
Yeah, go through all the stuff that your sister got. I'm sure those could use to be rewashed from the last year of Alexi not wearing them. So
Yeah, I should ask my mom. I'm like, hey, you guys wash all that stuff before you fold it up or not? Because if you did, that'd be great.
yeah. So
And you have a washer and a dryer, so maybe you could do that for us. Maybe just,
she packed that stuff up like 3 months ago.
Yeah, true.
So
True. Well, anything else that you want to touch on? Like I said, folks, it's about to be a short episode here.
I just wanted to let everyone know that right before the podcast, we were eating chips and hummus, and we were eating chips that had jalapeno powder on them, and I bit one, and it like flung the powder in my eye.
Snapped the chip, and it flew the jalapeno powder in her eye.
It all happened
Very,
so fast.
very classic Amanda move there. I'm like, what are you doing? You have to put the whole chip in your mouth. You see how loose this powder is on these chips?
It was stupid.
That's
Yeah,
a
it was
danger.
burning my eye. So that was right before we started filming. So
Not cool, man.
no,
Not cool.
I survived.
You have
but
nobody to blame but yourself,
I
but
know.
that's when you're like the most upset. You're like, whose fault was this? My God damn it. Who bagged these chips? Who put this fucking powder on here so loosely?
Seriously.
Anyways, it's go time, folks. What's up? It's going to be like a 37-minute episode. I think you actually, I don't know.
We'll see.
So today we are going to be talking about, let's see what else.
Chirac.
I'm trying to give you some hints at what type of trivia we're doing.
Okay, so some G shit.
G shit. Let's see what else I got here.
Big words.
Big words.
Okay, so some heavy hitters.
Yep. And
P.O.P. hold it down.
All right. Holding it down in the hood with the streets. And
the last one is probably
Shit's getting way too complicated for me.
Obama. Okay, so it's all about 90s hip hop.
Okay.
Question number 1. I think you should do pretty good at this. It's all about who sang this song.
Oh, God.
These are 90s hits.
Okay.
I feel like they're right up your alley for the most part.
Okay.
Let me get to my...
You're
Oh, wait, really quick.
incorrect.
Thanks a lot, you idiot. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot.
God, I wish my kid was British. All right, Rachel.
Oh, gosh.
Here we go.
All righty.
Who sang the 1994 classic song, Regulate?
Regulate. Dun, 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 dun. It's not Dr. Dre? Nate Dogg? No, Warren G. I always get Nate Dogg and Warren G mixed up.
I was close there. That was close. I was throwing out some answers. You're like Greenie in the morning. He's like, I don't know. Let's take a
I always
round of
get
about
them
poll here.
mixed up.
Warren G is correct. Look at that. Starting strong. 1 for 1. All right. Don't hit mom's camera, okay? Question number 2. Who sang the 1995 classic song, Shook Ones, Part 2?
Mob Deep. That's one of my favorite songs.
I mean, it's black trivia. What do you guys expect? 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
You ain't a crook,
Here we
son.
go.
You just a shook one.
Made you look. Okay.
That's Puffin and Nas.
Oh, yeah, that is Nas.
They shooting. I made you look. Take a page of. Wait.
My brown book.
Yeah, my rhyme book. Playboy, your time's up.
Who sang the 1997 classic song, Make 'Em Say,
Na 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 na. Master P.
Woo. Nina, Mom's 3 for 3 right now. Uh-oh. She about to go classic 4 for 4 off of Black History? Most likely, Nina. Who would have guessed, right? Alrighty. Let's wrap this one up. Last question. Who sang the 1998 classic Back That Ass Up?
Juvenile.
Congratulations.
I don't know who
4.
doesn't know those songs, though. Those are our
I
classics.
guarantee you a lot of people don't know those songs.
Maybe not. Yeah. The Back That Ass Up, everyone should know, because that's still 98. But
With the, did you see that? No? Well, no? Okay. Well, fuck. What else we got?
Mom killed it. Yeah, Nina. She smashed that. Well,
thanks for
folks,
making me feel good about myself by giving me what I feel to be easy questions.
I mean, listeners, did you know any of those 4? Did you know all of them? Did you know 2 of them? You let us know. I don't think it's strange at
We're
all,
all alone in
a
the streets,
surprise
cousin. Every man
at
for
all
himself, and these hard to be gunning.
that Amanda knew 4 for 4 black hip hop songs. I mean, come on. Black History Month. Every month, Amanda. Not just February, every month. All righty. Well, I think that's going to be it. Time to go see if the Cardinals can pull this one out of their ass.
If the
and
games are still on, we might have just hit the endings of all of them.
No, I think we're still good. That was only 37 minutes. It's only 6:11. It's been real.
Thanks for tagging along with the short episode, guys.
It's been fun. We'll be back with a longer one next week.
Maybe your parents come. Mom,
Maybe.
Sister.
Yeah, who knows? Probably not. Baby's coming soon, though, so stick around. We'll figure it out. Much love, y'all. Peace.
Love you.